visuals and welcome back to the show. Welcome back to some more Pokemon Thursday, the day of the week where we like to take our lovely Squishmallow Marl and we like to just every time it doesn't win as a battle we go, it's okay, Marl. It's okay. Oh, yes. Like a fucking deranged psychotic. Made that extremely wet now. I'm sorry. Wipe on the beard. It is Monday. No, it's not. It is Pokemon Thursday, the day of the week where we like to do all kinds of crazy, cool, fun Pokemon shit. We're going to carry on with one of the mini-series that we started a moon ago, where we were giving comic book characters their very own Pokemon team. Now, this week, I've chosen somebody that you would never expect to use in have a Pokemon, but like if this character, it's Bane. I don't know why I'm trying to make it fucking. It's in the thumbnail. If somebody sent out like a Hirayama or a fucking who else is like a big fighty punchy person, a Buzzwole, this person wouldn't send out a Pokemon. They'd be like, I break the bat, you'll die. That was a shit impression. Of course, Bane, the classic DC, the classic comic book character, to be fair, DC Batman villain. It's had his moments of the light from time to time, but ultimately Batman villain. And I think this would be quite fun. Imagine if you're just on your Pokemon quest and you get the little question mark, bling, and he's like, you'll fight me. That would make me not want a Pokemon. You'd be like, I'm not Pokemon trained if lunatics like that are running. Imagine just Pokemon battles in fucking Arkham Asylum or just in fucking Gotham in general. It would be crazy. But anyway, visuals, I thought we would give Bane his very own Pokemon team. And I think I've done a really good job this week. But as always, you guys do a much better job. I want to know your thoughts, your opinions, who would make his team, which ones you would take out of my team and all this kind of shit. I want to know who you would give to Bane for his own Pokemon team. So anyway, visuals, let's get crack-a-lacking, sit back, relax, and let's take a look at who I give Bane for his own Pokemon. Here's Bane's Pokemon team. What the fuck? First of all, I wanted someone with a bit of muscle. I wanted someone with a bit of mass and a bit of power. It's, of course, got to be Machamp. The idea of Bane being a physical dominant in presence, especially like an absolute Bane, that's just carnage. It's scary. So if he sends out a Machamp and he's like, yeah, it is a Machamp, you're like, what the, with all the steroids going on here, Bane punching you down and fucking, like, Bane's punching Batman's face through the floor and Machamp's just fucking, it just works. Bane wants the big, sexy, muscular Pokemon. What the fuck have I just said? Machamp's on Bane's team. What the fuck? We all know it wasn't just Brawn that beat the bat. We know that it was up there as well. We had to give Bane a very smart Pokemon, and arguably the smartest Pokemon of all time. Alakazam, well, he's considered in different Pokedex entries and in fucking entries and this and whatnot. Alakazam's considered to be the smartest Pokemon. But we know that Bane is a tactician. He's smart. He can outthink. He outsmarted the bat on multiple occasions and stuff. So I wanted someone with a bit of intellectual prowess. Bane and Machamp are sat there punching you down and doing their bits and bobs. You've just sent out a poor innocent little, I don't know, Butterfree. Machamp's ripping its wings off. Bane's fucking whatever the fuck he's doing there. And you've got Alakazam doing strategies with him. So behind closed doors are like, Alakazam, what do we do now? I'm pure Arnie. And Alakazam's like, we must enter the mind of the bat and destroy him from within. And he's like, okay. And then Bane's coming in. Batman's like, let's fight. And Alakazam's... It would just be a horrible, scary combination. Plus, Alakazam's a bit creepy looking, and Bane can sometimes be a bit creepy looking. So you've got that partnership as well. Gone for Urshifu. Yes, I know it's another fighting type, but I wanted to show off. So we've had like the muscles of Bane, the power, I wanted somebody who can fight like him that's technical, because we know Bane in different forms can, knows different hand-to-hand combats and all this kind of shit. And yes, the Luchador mascot, but I didn't want to give him Halucha. I just don't think they looked the right part. So I give him Urshifu, I give him Single Strike, which I think Single Strike in there with his like little whatever martial arts fighting style that he's doing. I like the idea of that back-to-back. They're up against, I don't know, an army of Batman. They're up against the League of Shadow of just thought, fuck it, let's fuck up Bane, and they're doing all their blocks, because again, Machamp's just there for, just sheer raw power. but Urshifu's there for the accuracy, the pinpoint. Maybe Deathstroke turns on him once, and Deathstroke's sending out an Urshifu of his own, but he's doing Rapid Strike, and we're having like an Urshifu Bane, Urshifu Deathstroke fight, team up, matchup, blah, blah, blah. I think that's super badass. So, yeah. Single strike Urshifu plus single strike's the dark typing as well, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is dark type, and Bane suits water dark. There we go. I think I just said water dark for single strike. Fighting dark, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, we're not all about Urshifu anymore, because now we've got, who have we got next? Oh, I've gone for Venusaur. I wanted a Pokemon that could consistently heal and consistently regain energy, because we know that Bane has a rapid healing factor, and he can heal and he can take on. And I like the idea of Bane, I don't know, maybe altering his venom or altering something in his body chemistry or something about him by using the power of a Venusaur. Of course, it wouldn't just be a lovely little Venusaur like our one in the background, even though ours is a bit derpy. It would be like one that's been like tormented, and it's a bit like slavering at the mouth, and it's like fucking infected with fucking rabies or some shit, like Ben from the Primate film we watched a few weeks back. But this thing that's constantly helping heal, because again, Bane's going to be out there fighting the bat, and whoever else it is he's fighting, he needs ways of, okay, if I am losing, if I'm getting the shit bit out of me, I can keep replenishing, leech seed them for me, Venusaur, bring them back, or just wanted to sap the energy and the life out of other people and beating them, not just in the way of the mind or in the way of the hand-to-hand fighting combat, but also kind of the soul. He's draining the life force, the energy, and I think that would work in Bane's repertoire. Is that the right word I'm trying to look for there? He would have a Venusaur out there just to suck the energy out of them and stuff like that. And I like these. It's another way for him to enter a fight, to enter a different form of combat, whatever the fuck it is doing. And I like that idea. I wanted a Pokemon that could resemble the venom that Bane intakes for his going absolutely nuts. And there wasn't many Pokemon I can think of, but I've gone for Weezing. Now, the reason why I've chose Weezing, because we know that Bane takes his venom in for different ways and whatnot. He's got this stuff in his back, and he takes it in and whatnot. But if there was ever a way that Bane was affected, the tubes are all cut off, or he can't give his cancers or whatever, that his Weezing would be like another supply source. So Bane could be fighting around, doing bits and bobs. I'm talking more as like Bane fight as opposed to the actual Pokemon battles, but fuck it, it's Bane, he can do what he wants. So if the bat disturbs his way of taking it in, he's made a Weezing, or he's got a Weezing where he can squirt venom out of his little poison shenanigans, and he could take it in by breathing it in and stuff like that. Instead of being directly into his bloodstream, he would take it in, and maybe it doesn't work as well, or maybe it doesn't hit as hard, but it's another fail-safe for one of his biggest strengths, the venom, the steroid boost he gets from the venom being put into the air, and him taking it. The only issue is with that, if Weezing did it and he's fighting the bat and they're at close range, the bat would also take it in. There is a little bit of a weird area there, but I wanted a way that he could implement a fail-safe of a way to get venom brought into him, or in case it gets fucked up and shit. But yeah, I'm still going to go with it, Weezing. So it is Colossal, not just Colossal, not so much because of him itself or the fire or the rock typing. It's the Gigantamax Colossal. The idea of Bane, this big powerhouse, being backed up by a big fucking furnace, this coal just burning away. Does coal burn? What the fuck do they use coal and fires for? It burns, it doesn't. Whatever, but this big, massive furnace behind him is so fucking terrifying. And especially if we're talking a lot of like absolute Bane, where we saw the stupid size he got to a few issues back. That's a scary thought in itself. So you're this little bug catcher with your level 5 Weedle and level 4 Caterpie, like, I'm gonna go on a Pokemon adventure, Bane's. No, I kill you now. And then Colossal's just smashing your bug Pokemon down. You're like, okay, I died. I'm going to give you $100. I don't want your money. I want your soul. It's really bad. There's been a few different versions. Of course, we've got, we've got a few different versions of Bane. But, yeah, it's more for the image. It's more for the, oh, fuck. It's more for that imposing, intimidating. Like, that's going to beat most teams just by, because no matter what point, they can send out Arceus, and Arceus is going to be like, I am the god. Is that Bane in a big old massive colossal? Nah, just get me back in. KO, get me back in. See you later. You know what I mean? It's a scary looking image. And there we have it. There is Bane's Pokemon team. Hopefully I'm doing a lot of this, so it might not work, but hopefully his team's plastered along the bottom somewhere. So let's quickly run through who we got. We got the Machamp, which I think is really cool for the strength and the sheer power. We got Alakazam for the brains and the intellect and stuff. We got the single strike Urshifu again for the representation of a little bit of power, but the martial arts fighting style. Venusaur, a way for him to interpret healing into stuff. We got Weezing, a way to introduce a fail-safe for his Venom, and Gigantamax. Yeah. What the fuck is it? Why have I forgotten this? Colossal. Gigantamax Colossal. What a team. We have it, visuals, another edition of Pokemon Thursday, another team for a comic book character. If there's any characters you want in the future, please let me know in the comments below. We will definitely go through and we'll get them smashed off, and you guys can pick some Pokemon. You guys can pick some heroes. We can't pick the Pokemon. You're going to give the heroes or the villains or whoever, and I'll pick the team. But please, 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 James, I don't know if you're still watching. If you are, you need a medal, mate, because, geez, how can you watch this for so many years? Please let me know in the comments below your disagrees, your likes, your hates, your whatnot, how you think it works. How do we implement this Weezing little strategy that I thought of? Maybe Alakazam could think of that. You know, he's the brains. But anyway, visuals, thank you so much for watching. You guys are literally the fucking best. And remember to always keep being you and keep out and keep it on.